I'm Amy with a Y. And I'm Amy with an I. And we're just two blueberries floating in a bowl of tomato soup. And once again, that was not actually Amy with an I. That was my really bad impression of her because she is sick this week. So instead of recording a normal episode, we decided to release a Conspiracy Chowder. We didn't want to leave you hanging for a whole week since we just didn't, besides her being sick, I was busting my ass at work all week and we just did not have the time or capability to record you an episode. So we're going to hook you up with some Conspiracy Chowder. This is normally patron-only content. If you like what you're hearing, go to patreon.com/secularsoup and sign up at just even $1 a month. You will get access to all of our bonus episodes. We try to do a Conspiracy Chowder about once a month. We're not great at sticking to that for reasons that you're probably aware of if you've listened to our show at all, but we try. So yeah, enjoy this episode. If you like it, sign up on Patreon. You'll get even more right away. Thanks.
Welcome to Secular Soup. Stay tuned for real talk about atheism, feminism, politics, parenting, and whatever the fuck else Amy and Amy want to talk about, because this is their show. And get ready for a whole lot of motherfucking profanity.
You want to hear a secret?
I won't tell anybody. Go ahead. If I sit next to you, I'm going to get gonorrhea. It's going to jump into me. Just two ladies hanging out.
Is it okay for me to make fun of his neck waddle if I make fun of my own neck waddle?
I'm not sure.
That's a real ethical conundrum.
Would you know if you were born a lizard person, or can you be like adopted into the...
I think you know.
We're such professionals.
We really are.
Buckle up, bitches. It's time to have some soup.
I'm Amy with a Y.
And I'm Amy with an I.
And we're just two blueberries floating in a bowl of tomato soup. And you are listening to episode 2 of Conspiracy Chowder.
What? I can tell you guys, the Patreons, that every time we say blueberries in a tomato soup, I want to say blub, blub, blub. And I don't because, you know.
Yeah, that's a secret. Don't tell anybody. Patrons only.
I have an entire bottle of wine next to me. Let's do this, bitch.
Perfect. So maybe we should announce just to our Patreons who are listening to this that we are considering doing a YouTube version of our show.
Yeah, we're going to record ourselves live.
It won't be live.
When we record it, it will be.
That's true. And it'll be...
semantics. See, I've been in marketing before.
Amy with an I will be topless, and Amy with a Y will
underneath
have a blanket
my clothes,
around her full body.
I'll be wearing nothing. Underneath my 16 layers of clothes.
We're going to try to tap into that YouTube market and see what we can do.
See if we can...
We have no idea what we're doing.
Bros out of the way, because those guys are...
They're boring anyway.
They really are.
YouTube's just been waiting for us to make a big splash.
What do they have? Cogdis? Please, son.
Yeah.
I don't even know why I called you son.
Son. Because it's the perfect nickname for me. That's why.
Please, Sonny.
So, tonight in our second Conspiracy Chowder, which is long overdue, but we're busy bitches, so it's taken us a while to get this done.
I just got a second job, like a hardcore second job.
Oh my God. Yeah. And I just
other second job. And
got like 3 more kids, and I don't know how I'm going to take care of all of them. So,
and my mom was staying with me for a week, and it was so nice because I would come home and she's like, I cleaned your kitchen. And now this week there's no mom. And I come home and I was like, the fucking dog was in the litter box again. So that's fun. Oh, no. Like that's what my life is now.
Yeah. Dogs think litter boxes are candy dishes. So be careful for that.
Disgusting.
So gross. So tonight we are going to talk about lizard people, but full disclosure, I feel like we should at least disclose that we are both lizard people. So our reporting of this might be skewed a little bit.
And 100% accurate. You could write a college level thesis based on the information given.
This is
because
true.
We are the authorities on the subject.
So yeah, listen carefully because I'm going to be reading to you from not 1, but 2 Wikipedia pages. So get ready to have some knowledge dropped on you.
Scholarly knowledge.
Yeah. So the first time I heard about the lizard people was in a book I read years ago by John Ronson, who is fabulous, and you should read all of his books if you haven't already. But he has a book called Them, and it's all about different conspiracy theorists. Have you read that before?
No, I need to.
You need to read that. It is so good. And he
I got
even
kicked
has
off my Audible account because he discovered I was still using it.
Yeah, fuck that. Come on, Patreons. We need to get Amy an Audible account so she can listen to John Ronson books.
I need my books because I can't read. It's real sad.
Yeah, well, we're ladies. They don't teach us to read, so I think it's against the law to teach women to read.
So and have babies instead.
Yeah, they're more useful skills. Anyway, John Ronson, fabulous writer. He also wrote The Psychopath Test, which is another fantastic book.
He's the one that, as he was writing it, didn't he discover he was a psychopath?
No, this is a different guy.
Oh, okay, that was like a psychologist. That was real.
That was like an actual, like a neurosurgeon or something.
Yeah, and he was doing the test, he was like, "Holy shit, yeah."
No, John Ronson's the one that he just set out to kind of write this book about psychopaths and about this psychopath test. And he went and interviewed some people he's the one that I think put out that 4% figure, like 4% of CEOs are psychopaths. It's a really interesting book. You should read it. But then after you read it, everybody you come across, you're going to think is a psychopath. So
I
fair
think
warning.
A girl in my office is a total psychopath.
I think you're probably right. I am 100% convinced my old boss was a psychopath. I'm sure of it because I read John Ronson's book.
Punishes me, and I know that's a sign of psychopath is if you do something to slight them, they store it and then they punish you in a different way that's unrelated later.
Yeah.
And I think I did something the first couple of weeks that I don't know what it is, but she's, now she's like I'm like lying in wait and ready to pounce.
Maybe she's jealous of your relationship with Donald Trump.
I haven't brought it up at work, but I do have a picture. I have pictures everywhere. It's plastered everywhere. Well,
that's your problem. But
none of us are wearing clothes, so I figured they wouldn't recognize us.
That's true. Could be anything at this point.
I know. He looks good out of a suit too, just FYI.
Gross. So Donald Trump is probably a lizard person. I
have not seen him at any of the meetings.
Okay. So here's kind of the basic theory for people who haven't heard of this. There is this Looney Tunes guy named David Icke, who his last name looks like it should be pronounced Ick, which would make more sense.
Is he hot too? I need to Google
Not
him.
Not hot.
I said too, meaning
true. Like he
under the assumption that Donald Trump is
not quite Trump level hot, but I guess he's kind of a looker. He used to be a soccer star or a football star, as they call it in England. He's a British guy, so he's got the accent going for him. I guess that helps.
I'm going to Google him.
Yes. Icke.
Okay. All right. Yeah, no.
Yeah. Hard pass on that one?
I'm not sure. Some of these pictures. Yeah, he's crazy though, so I like that. Mm-hmm. No, I'm not sure.
So this is, you're currently listening to Amy Reed's Wikipedia articles for you. So I'm going to read this directly from the Wikipedia article because I love how it's written. So according to British conspiracy theorist David Icke, tall, blood-drinking, shape-shifting reptilian humanoids from the Alpha Draconis star system, now hiding in underground bases, are the force behind a worldwide conspiracy against humanity. He contends that most of the world's ancient and modern leaders are related to these reptilians, including the Merovingian dynasty, the Rothschilds, the Bush family, and the British royal family. Icke's conspiracy theories now have supporters in up to 47 countries, and he has given lectures in crowds of up to 6,000. American writer Vicky Santillano included it in her list of the 10 most popular conspiracy theories, describing it as the wackiest theory she had encountered. Now, here's the scariest part. A poll of Americans in 2013 by Public Policy Polling indicated that 4% of registered voters believed in David Icke's ideas. So 4% of registered voters. So these are the people who even bothered to register to vote. 4% of them believe that shape-shifting lizard people are running the country.
I'm pouring some wine if that's what you hear.
No, that's fine. With Donald Trump in charge, I could almost buy into this theory because nothing else makes sense to me about how he could actually be in control.
4% of registered voters. And that probably represents, it's like if you see one roach, you know?
Mm-hmm. Oh,
how
those are
many,
just the people who would admit
exactly. And that's how many people are in there, like, hiding in the shadows.
I mean, it's a fun theory. I'm not going to lie.
It's super fun. I love conspiracy theories. I absolutely love them. But
I mean,
I don't believe them.
Yeah, I found this.
I mean, except for the ones that are not conspiracy theories, you just need to be woke and stuff.
Well, if you're woke, you'll understand that lizard people are running the world.
Thank you. And jet fuel melts steel beams.
Obviously.
Clearly.
I enjoyed this little snippet because it hits close to home for me. In the closely fought 2008 U.S. Senate election between comedian and commenter Al Franken and incumbent Senator Norm Coleman, one of the ballots challenged by Coleman included a vote for Franken with lizard people written in the space provided for write-in candidates.
Just all of them? You just voted for all of them?
I think this is funny because I actually participated in that recount. Yeah. Like, I was one of the volunteers for the Franken campaign where I actually got to go into a room and read through the ballots. And it was fun because you get to sit across from the Coleman challenger. So there's 2 of you at a table, and then there's 2 other, like, non-biased parties. And all 4 of you look at the ballot, and either of the people can say, nope, I object to that one. And then, like, all 4 of you have to decide whether to throw it out. So somebody had to sit there and look at that ballot that said lizard people on it and decide if they thought that voter literally meant that they wanted lizard people in office, or if it was a joke, or if he thought Franken was a lizard person. Politics can be fun.
Yes? Can the answer be yes to all of it?
I think so. I mean, based on this theory, basically, if you're high up in politics, you are a lizard person. So it makes total sense to me. Bringing us back to Louis C.K., who is your other boyfriend, in February.
No, I broke up with him when he didn't
masturbate in front of you. That's right. Yeah. Everyone knows the way to your heart is masturbating right in front of you without asking permission.
He didn't ask permission. It was a blanket consent.
Yeah. In February 2011, on the Opie and Anthony radio show, the comedian Louis C.K. jokingly asked former U.S. Secretary of Defense Donald Rumsfeld a number of times if he and Dick Cheney were lizard people who enjoyed the taste of human flesh. Amused by Rumsfeld's refusal.
No one enjoys the taste of human flesh. You just do it because it's part of the ceremony.
True. Well, if you're a lizard person, some people just have the taste for it. Amused by Rumsfeld's
refusal. That was a tasteless joke, Amy.
Oh, no puns. No puns. I've said that. Amused by Rumsfeld's refusal to directly answer the question, CK suggested it as a possible admission of guilt. He went on to further say that perhaps those who are lizard people cannot lie about it, even if when asked if they're lizards, they either have to avoid answering the question or say yes.
Hilarious.
I can vouch for that because when people ask me if I'm a lizard person, I have to just dodge or I say I am because it's like it's in our wiring. We're not allowed to lie about it.
Well, it's one of those things that no one's going to believe you. I'm here to kill someone. Oh, so funny. I am.
Right.
Like I literally.
Well, the fun thing about lizard people is they're shapeshifters, and it's said that if
Why did I pick this shape then?
I don't know.
What
to throw everybody off your scent?
With me? Maybe.
In this Wikipedia article, there is a fantastic picture of an artist's conception of a reptilian shown to scale with a human male. So there's this drawing.
Was it a genetically superior
dumbass
human male?
Like, it's just your run-of-the-mill human male and then a lizard person standing next to him, towering over him.
Oh my God.
So some person just pulled that directly out of their ass and an artist's conception of it. Where are you even getting the information to make that drawing? Like, what research have you done to show that that's the size lizard people are compared to
what evidence do you have that it's not?
That's a really good point.
I mean,
yeah. So apparently I have heard that if you find just the right videos of George W. Bush, like in the right angle and the right light, you can see his eyes blink and turn into lizard eyes quick, but you have to like catch it really quick. And that's one of the signs of lizard people is you can catch it on video sometimes. You can see them blink and then you see the lizard eye quick and then they blink back and it's back to normal because you're seeing their true eyeballs. So I think it's just a fun party trick that I do when I go to parties and, hey guys, want to see my lizard eyeballs? So a little bit about David Icke here. Are you still with me?
I'm with you. I'm with you. And
because you're not talking and that scares me. I always think you died when you're not talking. So.
Or like if I'm not texting you or calling, you assume a boy stole my phone and murdered me.
Yep. You're definitely dead then because
if you're not active on Facebook, I don't even know what to think.
Right? So David Icke was a former footballer and sports broadcaster. So he was like well known in Britain.
Is it football or is it football? Like F-U-T?
Footballer.
Football.
It's not the American kind. That's all I care about. But he's been known since the 90s as a professional conspiracy theorist. How do I get that job? I want to be a professional conspiracy theorist.
I'm pretty sure we are. Isn't this what we do?
That's true. I'm trying to find what the other interesting stuff I found out about. He's basically a huge racist and anti-Semite. So, of course, that comes into it as with any conspiracy. First marriage, Green Party, turquoise. Apparently, he had a turquoise period. There followed what Icke called his turquoise period.
Turquoise period? Is that like... That's like an artist blue period or their dark period? Okay.
Exactly. He's calling it his turquoise period.
Did he just go to Sedona and buy a lot of shit?
Well, it says...
we've all been there. Like, I'm sorry, David Icke, you're not unusual. We've all been there. We've all been to Carl's Corner. We've all been to Sedona. We've bought too much shit. Because
everybody has a turquoise period.
Everybody has a turquoise period.
It says he had been channeling for some time.
Oh, it's not Carl's Corner, it's Jerome. I'm sorry.
Oh,
it's
I don't fucking know. It's down below Minnesota somewhere. I have no idea. And he...
north of the Mason-Dixie line, so, it's legit.
Here's kind of a link to Mormonism for you. He had received a message through automatic writing that he was a son of the Godhead, interpreting Godhead as the infinite mind. He began to wear only turquoise, often a turquoise shell suit, a color he saw as a conduit for positive energy. So he apparently did this automatic writing where he just all of a sudden he started writing and he didn't know where it was coming from. And it's because God was sending him the thing to write. And oh God, I actually read part of this dude's book while I was researching this. That was a big mistake.
Don't do that.
Don't read parts of his book. Oh, so bad.
I prefer for him to read it to me in his sexy, dulcet tones at night.
Well, I kind of want to find it now because the first chapter was just like his whole first chapter is this thing about how, some people just can't believe the truth. And you know what? I was a skeptic. He uses skepticism as a way to further his cause. Like if you're a real skeptic, you will understand how it is that reptiles are running the world.
He asks questions like,
I'm just I'm just asking questions. I can't, I'm not the final arbiter. I'm just trying to figure things out. And this is where the evidence has taken me.
It's just my flow of consciousness. This is here, put on this turquoise thumb ring or pinky ring. I'm assuming
something like that.
Anybody who says they have a turquoise period obviously owns a thumb ring.
Well, he probably has a pinky ring too, and
that's like the douchebag starter kit.
I can't handle a guy in a pinky ring. Sorry if I've just offended anybody and alienated
I can't handle a guy in any rings.
Me neither.
Except for like
wedding
a wedding ring.
Fine, yeah, but
I hard pass you on that too.
Yeah, but if you're just specifically wearing like a giant pinky ring, that's a red
jewelry
flag.
Like necklaces. Unless it's just like one gold chain, I'm fine with that.
I can't even deal with the gold chain. No. My husband had one for a while because he's a child of the 80s.
Yeah.
But I made him lock it away somewhere and never look at it again. So
I can do the little one, but as soon as there's a cross on the bottom of it, I'm out. So.
Okay, so let's see. Ooh, red dresses.
Do they wear them?
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure. So he's got these categories of people. Well, people and lizard people. So there's like the Brotherhood. It says in one of his books, Infinite Love is the Only Truth, Icke introduces his 3 categories of people. The Brotherhood are interactive software programs or red dresses. They lack consciousness
like the Matrix?
and free will. I think so. And their human bodies are holographic veils.
Oh, that's me then, for sure.
Yeah. A second group, the sheeple, which are the vast majority of humanity, are conscious, but do as they are told and are the Brotherhood's main energy source. They include the repeaters, people in positions of influence who repeat what other people tell them. He cites doctors, teachers, and journalists as examples.
What an asshole. You know these people that are actually trying to do good? Sheeple.
Yep. The third and smallest group are those who see through the illusion. They are usually dubbed dangerous or mad. This plays right into, if people tell you that you're being crazy, it's because they're sheeple and they're not part of the elite group that you're in, where you can see through all the bullshit. So it's okay if they call you crazy or dangerous. You're not. You're just one of the people that can actually see through everything that's like, did he just read a script of The Matrix and then make this shit dangerous up?
Well, this was written before The Matrix.
It was, yeah.
Maybe The Matrix read this.
Well, no, this particular book was written in 2005.
Okay, but he
started his bullshit in the 90s, so he's had this, but it seems like it's kind of an evolving theory that he just keeps writing about and expanding on.
Well, because he's getting more knowledge as he grows older because he's researching it thoroughly.
Yeah, that's definitely what's happening.
Scientific method and well-vetted
references. Not that he's getting idiots to buy his books and making money off of it, so he's got to keep that money train rolling.
This is just, I'm asking you, just between you and me and our Patreons.
Yeah. You guys won't tell anyone, will you?
No. Just like when my ex-husband had a near-death experience, I really wanted to tap into that Christian market because, dude.
Oh, I get it.
Dude. He was in a coma and he came back to life. Pretend you saw Jesus. Come on, let's market this, bro. He wouldn't do it because seriously. Yeah. I was like, okay, I'll write the book. You just sign your name at the bottom of it. Just sign your name.
Let's
market this shit.
My husband does welding now. He bought a welder. He's been having a ton of fun with that.
Make crosses.
So the other day he's like, crosses, they're cheap and easy. And I'm like, I just can't.
I know, I get it. I honestly couldn't do it either. It would make me sick to my stomach if I actually did it. But that was what I told him. The second he came out of his coma, I was like, dude, Kirk Cameron could play you. Do you want Kirk Cameron to play you? Because I could be married to Kirk Cameron. But no.
Like, seriously, all we would have to do is take leftover wood, leftover metal,
2 little things,
anything.
Boom,
we wouldn't have to spend zero money, 100% profit.
Stupid
we
quote
could charge up the ass for
Lord, it. My shepherd.
Yes.
Bullshit. And then,
but I can't
or you can put on the back in the dirty part of your shop, you can put motherfucking crosses.
Ooh, there's an idea.
Motherfucking crosses. It's a whole section.
Yep. I've already been making my butter bitch dishes, but now I want to make some that just say butter motherfucker on them because I love how that rolls off the tongue. Butter motherfucker. DelightfulBitchcraft.com. Shameless plug.
I have a pillow that I totes swear I made. I just need to take pictures of it.
Yeah. I'll believe it when I see a picture of the back of it and not just the front. So.
It's really pretty, actually.
Okay. Whatever you say.
Okay. My Mormon mother even said, your stitch work is great. But
she didn't like the phrase on it, though, did she?
She said that's why my children misbehave, because I use profanity around them.
Well, she's not wrong. I mean.
And I was like, no, my children misbehave because their father is a fucking asshole. And she was like, but did you have to say it like that? I'm like, yeah, because he's an asshole.
You're just telling the truth.
So I'm saying it like it is.
Oh, so the other part of this lizard people thing that's interesting is it ties into the ancient astronaut narrative. So basically the roots of this are they believe that ancient astronauts who were lizard people came to Earth and then genetically manipulated people. And
how did they do that? Did they do that sexually, or did they do it like through.
I mean, it
like
probably
messing with things like you do with pea plants.
I think it's having sex with them.
I hope
personally.
So. I would because
it's been
a while.
It says, when you get back into the ancient world, you find this recurring theme of a union between a non-human race and humans, creating a hybrid race.
I've seen that movie. That's called The Fifth Element.
Well, they're stealing David Icke's ideas.
Oh, okay.
That's all there is to this.
That was great, though. Well done.
So here's some Robertson. I don't know who Robertson is because I'd have to scroll up in the article to read that.
Don't do that. No, you don't want to read
No.
You don't want to expose yourself to that.
I don't want to get into this too badly. Writes that Icke's reptilian idea is adapted from Zachara Stitchin's The 12th Planet in 1976, combined with material from Credo Mutwa, a Zulu healer. Stitchin suggested that the I can't pronounce any of this shit.
That means it's real.
Anunnaki came to Earth for its precious metals. Icke maintains that they came for monatomic gold, a non-existent mineral.
Earth was like stripped of all of its natural resources?
Oh my God, I have no idea. But
because basically, if they came
here.
For our country now, our planet now, they'd be like, pass.
Yeah. Icke believes that the aliens came here for our monatomic gold, which is a non-existent mineral.
Mm-hmm. But then they stayed because they're stupid?
No, it says he states that it increases the capacity of the nervous system 10,000-fold. After ingesting it, the reptilians can process vast amounts of information, speed up transdimensional travel, and shapeshift. So he contends that this mineral does exist.
Okay, where?
Just that we're sheeple and we can't see it, and that they need it to make them smarter. Shush, don't ask questions. You're just being a sheeple. Don't be a sheeple.
I'm a red.
Open your eyes.
Cloak.
Red dress.
Red dress.
Which he's totally stealing from The Handmaid's Tale, because we all know the only red dresses are Handmaid's Tale.
What is it? Game of Thrones. Which I need your HBO login before Game of Thrones starts back up.
I canceled my HBO,
and
but
there's a reason I haven't watched Westworld yet, bitch, because I don't have a Showtime login anymore.
It's HBO, not Showtime.
Well, whatever. I don't have it.
Well, I canceled my HBO, but then I caved in and bought it on Amazon, so I can just give you my Amazon login, and then you'll be able to watch it. So.
My phone's just going to be all yours.
You're going to get all my logins. Yeah. Although I realized...
Only on my phone. I don't share it with my kids.
Well, it's probably cheaper just to get HBO back.
I have Amazon Prime. Oh, but I don't have HBO.
But you have to pay extra. It's like $15 a month, but then I realized I only really have to pay $10 a month if I do it on my TV, so I'm probably just gonna...
when you do that, just let me know.
I'll let you know. I'll get you all the deets.
If you see something, say something. I'm pretty sure that's like a good logo.
Yeah. Well, my mom taught me to share when I was in kindergarten. She was like,
my kids
if you
come
have
over and they're like,
you can share.
Do you have a Hulu password yet? I'm like, no, your dad needs to give me his Hulu password if you want to watch your shit. And meanwhile, I have yours on my phone and I'm watching whatever I want.
Don't tell them.
I just finished Broad City. That's all I did. But
I couldn't get into that one.
Dude, pussy weed.
I don't know. I couldn't. Maybe it's because I don't smoke enough weed. I think it's that I'm not young and cool enough.
I smoke zero weed, so shut your dirty whore mouth. Even to the Patreons, I will deny that to the end. I will hide all my shit and deny it to the end. But
these Patreons are not your friends. Don't go telling them deep, dirty secrets.
Or my sister. No. None of these people need to know that I have any shit in my house.
Your sister is awesome, by the way, because she increased her pledge.
She said that she wanted to make sure she got her bowl.
It's already done. I just have to touch it up a little bit and get it sent in. So don't tell her that I was going to make it anyway.
So between you and me and the Patreons, I met someone this weekend and he was like, he's been listening to the show and he was like, dicks? Like you were talking about dick bowls? And I sent him that picture that you sent me. Yeah. It's saying it's too many dicks. I'm like, is that even a question? He was like, oh, okay, that's awesome. So you gotta love it when you're going out on a first date with someone and they've already listened to your show, so they already know you're a filthy, filthy asshole.
That makes sense. Really, you get a lot of that propriety out of the way. I feel like I've accidentally stepped into drawing dicks on bowls for the rest of my life now. Like it started out as a one-time funny thing.
Like, does Amy with a Y like me though? Like, He was very concerned.
Do I like him or do I like him like him? Do I like him that way or do I just like him?
No. Spray you with a hose.
All right, fine.
No, but he was like this, what does she think of me? Does she know everything about me? Did you tell her about our date? Did you tell her about the car? I'm like, God. Nope, I told her nothing. I told her nothing about anything. She knows nothing. She
tells me everything.
She's not a Patreon. Or he is. I don't know. He could have snuck in under an alias. We don't know.
Could have. I have no idea. I like him. He seems like a solid dude. There you go.
Yeah. That's what happens when you hand me a microphone and headphones.
And a drink.
And a bottle of wine.
This is what happens. I don't know what else to say about lizard people because
later.
Yes, do that. And like I said, record it for Patreon. We need more money. I don't know what else to say about.
I'm not going to do hooker money.
Okay. Lizard people, focus.
Sorry, I'm focused. I'm hyper focused.
Focus. No.
Does Rich cut our things when we're recording for the Patreons?
Yeah. He puts the intro in there and stuff, so.
How much should be cut?
You can have him cut stuff out. I still get it before it goes up, though, so I can always cut out stuff, too.
Let me think when I'm sober.
Okay. I'll send it to you before it gets released, and then you can decide if you need cuts.
Okay. I haven't eaten all day, and I've just had a bottle of wine. Okay.
That's a bad idea. Back to reptilians. Oh, they can also be called reptoids.
That's that's my preferred descriptor.
Saurians or draconians. I like all of them as long as you just don't get it wrong and call me a human because I'm not a human. I'm a lizard person. I love this. Michael Barkin, professor of political science at Syracuse University, posits that the idea of a reptilian conspiracy originated in the fiction of Conan the Barbarian creator Robert E. Howard.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, basically it started in Conan the Barbarian and then David Icke took it and just ran with it. So
He's
we
not
need to find
even an original conspiracy theorist. At least the Raelians were original.
Yeah, I mean, we could just find some second-rate story somewhere.
Way ahead of you.
And just
I'm working on
crib from it. I mean...
But it's got to be Christian. It has to tap into that Christian market. Come
it really
on.
does. You have to get that crossover market because they have all the fucking money.
We have to get the Amy Grant money where we're pop, but we're Christian.
Crossover, yes. I remember when Amy Grant crossed over.
Crossover money.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, listen, I love you Patreons, but can some of you find Jesus and just bring us over to your side?
Or could some of you find Jesus and then infiltrate and get your friends to listen to our show and give us money?
We need to save these
Right.
lovely
if they give us money,
ladies'
maybe
souls.
we'll see the light. If enough Christians donate money to us,
they should be praying for us too.
We'll find the love of Christ.
I'm sure after spending a week with me, my Mormon mother is praying for me so hard.
Oh, I'm sure. How about this for Patreon goal? If we get $500,000 a month
on Sunday,
we will become evangelical Christians. I'm fine with that. You can do that, right? $500,000 a month. I'm good with that. Patreon goals.
Easy.
Okay. So this has gone totally off the rails.
I already know so many evangelical Christians. They'd be so happy that I joined their ranks.
That's true. I don't know a ton. I know a few.
That's because you don't live in Texas.
But I would have to put up with them. So I know one that I really like and the rest of them that I don't. So
yeah. I said I know them. I didn't say that I was friends with them.
Don't like them and are friends with them. So yeah, lizard people, alien abduction also ties into it.
Oh, of course. Well, that's real. I believe that 100%.
Yeah, have you seen the show People of Earth?
I haven't seen any shows.
You got to watch People of Earth. It's great.
It on your Hulu or your HBO?
It might be. It's a TBS show. Actually, I get TBS, so you could get the TBS app on your phone and log in using my DirecTV.
I am such
and then you could
a lame single mom. I'm like, I'm not paying for anything because I just made sure my water didn't get turned off.
Listen, my brother uses all my shit for free too, and he doesn't even give us Patreon money. So at least you produce some content and make yourself useful. He just sponges off my shit and doesn't even do anything.
I am destroying my liver
just for me.
Yeah, I don't.
And for these good
I'm not
patrons.
Recording, as far as everybody knows.
This is a sacrifice you make to bring this wonderful content to the masses.
Right.
I mean, yeah. Oh my God. Last night has nothing to do with lizard people.
Does it have to do with my date? No.
No, not that either.
Okay. What is it?
So it was like, I don't know, 9:30 at night. Somehow I was magically still awake. And I could hear.
I saw that. You were active.
Isn't that crazy? I know.
It was so weird. I was about to talk about you.
My 14-year-old, I can't remember how old my kids are. My 14-year-old, you have a 15-year-old, so it confuses me, you know.
You want him?
Keep them straight. No, I don't want to trade. I'm good.
Swapsies, tradesies? Okay.
So I could hear my 14-year-old down in his basement bedroom. He's in the basement. I'm upstairs. He's got his door shut, but all I can hear is him screaming, like going, just making these noises. And I texted him because I was too lazy to walk downstairs. So I texted, dude, right? Why are you so loud?
What the fuck? Yeah.
And he came upstairs and he's like, sorry, my friend was challenging me to a raptor screech contest. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Why are you? Is this a thing the kids do? Raptor screeching?
Now I need to do that all the time. Oh I just got a new best friend right before the show started.
Yeah. Well, this is, I guess, what best friends do now is
apparently I'm going to challenge.
Get on Skype and raptor screech each other. They just.
Which, between you and me and the Patreons, seriously, when someone breaks up with you, then they become your best friend. It's super weird.
That is weird. You may want to cut that out, but we'll see. We could leave it in. It's fine with me.
He's not going to be a Patreon.
Are you sure? Ever?
I don't care if ever. He knows I still love him. It's ridiculous and whatever. And it's a nightmare.
Send us your money because we need to fix up Amy's love life, man.
Please.
Shit's getting crazy.
It's just getting crazy.
We need to start a therapy fund. It's a whole thing.
And I'm not even divorced yet.
I know.
I've been on Tinder and OkCupid for a week. I have like 400 and something guys that liked me, and I like 20 of them, maybe.
Supply and demand, baby.
Yeah, it must be.
Supply and demand. I'm a firm believer in that. I've never been on Tinder because I'm too old to have used dating apps.
I've gone on exactly 2 dates from OkCupid, and one was like, shot out of the park. It was amazing. Yeah. And the second one, he was like, the real stars of the show are right here. And he was like, looking at my boobs. I'm like, really, dude? Really?
Wow. But were they lizard people?
I still made out with him. It's okay.
Of course you did. Was he a lizard person?
Nobody bought me salad.
Okay, good.
With chicken in it.
Perfect. Well, we are at the 35-minute mark, and, you know, we said that all we do is
unedited
half an hour, and that's all we owe you people is half an hour.
People. I am really, we're going to get to an episode where we kind of talk about.
Yeah, we'll do the Tinder thing when we record our regular episode.
Yeah.
And maybe in the future when we do our next Conspiracy Chowder, I'll have actually done some
yelled at for some reason. Like this one guy got upset at me for moving our date because I was like, I met someone. I kind of like him. I want to see where this goes. And he was like, well, if you don't like me, just tell me. I'm like, dude.
Oh, fuck you. Well, now I definitely want to go out with you.
I was like, look, Jesus. My free time just zeroed out. I'm super busy. I don't have time for you.
Yeah, your free time is your free time. You don't owe it to some dude on Tinder. Fuck that.
No. And just because you buy me a salad doesn't mean I'm going to fuck you. Let's be real.
Well, was it a really good salad?
It was the best salad I've ever had.
Was it?
Honestly, it was like, it was a squash salad. It had like squash and feta cheese and cranberries. And then it had like grilled chicken on top. And it was, I'm going to go back to that pub sometime without him.
Just by yourself. Yeah.
And buy that salad because that salad was fucking good.
I've been really into chicken Caesar salad lately. Now I really want one because I'm hungry and I didn't eat dinner.
I'm starving. All I've had today is 2 boiled eggs because I am killing myself slowly because I work 2 jobs and I don't eat. So,
oh my God, I just realized I think I actually have lettuce in the fridge. I could actually make a Caesar salad.
I have nothing in my fridge.
After this. Oh my God, this doesn't happen very often.
All I have are eggs and alcohol. That's all I have in my house.
Eat some fucking eggs and soak up some of that fucking alcohol.
I have popcorn too. I'll eat some popcorn.
So how do we wrap up Conspiracy Chowder? I don't remember.
So this is the show. If you want to be a Patreon, stay being a Patreon, and we appreciate you.
So this is a series, though, that we're trying to do once a month.
And the next one, I literally do want to do 9/11.
Oh, never forget.
I really want to do 9/11 because that whole jet fuel thing is amazing.
Yeah. Every time I think of 9/11, I think of the South Park episode where they did that song and it's just 9/11.
I think of Family Guy when she's running for office. She's like 9/11. Yay! Oh so God. Brave.
Yeah, 9/11.
And we'll see how much of this episode actually makes it to you guys because I may rethink everything I've said. So
yeah, Amy's just a sloppy mess right now. So
I'm really not though, except everybody says so, and my mom, and then everybody I work with says, "Do you have a therapist?" Which is super hurtful and true. Yeah.
But you know what? Maybe if we leave it all in, then people will start signing up because they'll be like, "What's she going to say in the future? Oh my God." She's going to tell us all of her secrets, and then they'll want to get in on the secret episodes. Then they'll tell you about what happens
afterwards when I actually Skype the boy tonight.
Yes.
I don't know what's going to happen. I'm very nervous.
If you sign up 3 friends to be patrons, you can get Amy's Skype video.
He's probably recording it because he's a dirty boy.
Probably.
That's my
Does he know he can monetize that for us? I mean, probably. I'm just saying, if he was a decent guy, he would monetize things for us.
All right, guys,
wrap this shit up. I want a Caesar salad.
What am I supposed to say? Thank you for listening to our Patreon episode. You can join us on our super secret soup talk Facebook
Here's
group.
The thing.
You know where to find us.
Already.
You know where to find us.
Yeah, if you're listening to this, you know all that shit. You don't need Amy to bumble the secret soup talk thing again.
Listen, bitch. Listen. Hey. I do fine. I do just fine. I'm pulling a game. I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what that means.
You're so delightful. You are just so delightful.
I'm a hot mess.
This is why people listen. They love you. Not me so much. I'm terrible, but people really love you. Fine.
You're the co-host. You keep me in check.
Line. I'm not very good at it.
You're really not
at all. I need to get. I don't like confrontation.
I'm going to give the Patreons a little tidbit. So I really did join Tinder, and after my heart got just shattered, I joined Tinder and I joined OkCupid. And one of the first things I do for people is I send them the podcast. I'm like, this is me.
That's good, though. It gets, it's a nice
I don't get a lot of responses back afterwards.
Yeah. Could you just stay on Tinder forever just to promote the podcast? Like, even if things work out with this other guy, just stay on Tinder and just keep sending out our podcast. It seems like a nice free way to market. Maybe I should get on Tinder. I mean, I've been married for like 16 years. But I better get on Tinder. It's kind of
the best video game ever because everybody tells you you're beautiful and you can swipe left and reject everybody. You just reject everybody. You're like, oh, you're only a CEO. Mm-hmm. Swipe left. Oh, that's adorable. You have a dog. Swipe left. Like, it's just so much fun. Like some random reason.
For a multi-millionaire.
Mm-hmm. Superficial. So it's really fun. Nice. It's really, really fun.
That does sound fun. I like superficial things.
Yeah, and then I get people offer to spank me. I'm like, I probably need that, but no, pass, thanks.
But can you see how many people swiped the wrong way on you? I don't know if it's left or right.
The wrong way? You can see how many likes you have, absolutely.
Well, not likes, but can you see how many people didn't like you?
No.
Okay, then that's fine. Like, I don't want to see a tally of like, okay, 200 people liked you, but 7,000 didn't. Well, I have right on my profile
that I am an atheist, do not try to save my soul. So I'm pretty sure all those Christians, actually not all of them, because I do get guys saying, you're beautiful, you're blah, 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 whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, look, I'm an atheist. You're a Christian.
This is not going to work.
That's a deal breaker for you. Yeah. Hard pass.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, we'll talk about more of that probably.
Swipe on those ones. Okay, well, it's been fun chatting.
It's so much fun swiping on people. That's what I'm having fun with.
That seems like it would be fun.
It really is. And then texting him for a second and then never texting him again.
You are having way too much fun being evil.
It's so much fun. My heart was destroyed.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, thank you for listening to Conspiracy Chowder.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Say thank you, Amy.
Thank you, Amy.
All right. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.